out in the music room. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of the Music Room Live. Today I want to tell you about a brand new record from an artist named Ava Max. Ava is a 22-year-old pop singer, and this is her debut record. It's called Heaven Hell, and I think it's great. So stay tuned. I want to tell you all about the record and why I think you should pick up a copy yourself. Now before we get started, you know what I'm going to say. If you could, do me a huge favor, and you see that red subscribe button, go ahead and take a second. Yeah, that one. If you could go ahead and click that for me, I would be so appreciative of it. All that's going to do is let you know of future videos here at the Music Room Live, and again, that way you'll never miss out, and hopefully we can share some good information with you and also get your thoughts on what you think. So without further ado, let's get into the record, Heaven Hell by Ava Max. Now I have to say I don't have a physical copy of this record yet, and I am going to stress yet. I totally plan on picking this record up. There does seem to be some kind of issue with getting a copy because of, it seems like maybe this record was distributed in the UK, so it's not readily available at local stores. Even on Amazon, it looks like you have to order it globally, Amazon Global. You can still get it, but the delivery date is a little bit longer, so it's looking like October 13th, 15th before I'll actually get a copy in the mail. So that's maybe the only really big drawback on this one. You can also go to Ava Max's website, and I'll put a link here for you to check that out. You can order a copy of it. You can get the download, but you know us here at the Music Room, we're more into physical media. Ava does offer CDs, and she also has cassettes. Not really huge into cassettes, but I applaud the effort of putting something out there physical. Now you know what I'm going to say. What about the vinyl? Nope, no vinyl yet. I really think this record has vinyl written all over it. I'll get into that, why I think so, but this is one of those records that's just screaming for a vinyl release. And sometimes those happen a little later, so we'll keep our fingers crossed. I'll send some suggestions to Atlantic Records. I'm sure they're waiting to hear from what I have to say. But anyway, this is one of those records I really think you should check it out. So let's get into Ava Max, her debut record, Heaven Hell, and why I think it's really, really good. So the record came out on September 18th, but the thing about that is there were already 8 singles from the record that were released prior to the album coming out. The album had been delayed for various reasons, probably including, you know what it is. So there were 8 songs released to pop radio. I don't really listen to pop radio or any radio, to be truthful, so those songs I just didn't know. Now one day I was listening to the volume station on Sirius XM, and they played a snippet of a song called Salt. And oh my goodness, I was hooked. It's just a great pop tune. I think I put something on the Facebook about it, and this has been months ago. So that Ava Max kind of came on my radar there, but then there's so much that happens I kind of lost track. But luckily I did get an email letting me know that that album did drop, and I went and checked it out, and it's so good. You know, normally pop is, I appreciate pop, I respect pop, and it's not a world I'm into too much, although I do find myself more and more gravitating towards pop. I mean, did you check out our Katy Perry review? Love that record. Smile. Anyway, go check that out after this one. So anyway, but there is some pop that definitely is harder to take for me. You know, it's a bit manufactured. It can be a little bit watered down. So I listened to this record from start to finish, and I have to tell you, this is a great record. There's nothing watered down on this record. There's nothing trite, or you know, it's a real live record from top to bottom. I really love, again, this is something that really gets me when it comes to a record, the thought that went into this record. If you look at the album cover, let's go ahead and put a picture of the album cover up here for you. So you can see the theme of the record in the album cover, right? On top you have the white hair, and that represents the heaven, and then the reflection with the red hair, the orange hair, that reflects hell. So right there, great thought. The album title and the album cover, they mesh. It's great. If you look at the track listing of this record, it's really cool because the first, I believe, 7 songs are labeled Heaven, right? So those songs tend to be a little bit more upbeat, a little bit more anthem-like, a little bit more glossy. There's track number 7, I'm sorry, and then track number 8, a song called Torn, is actually labeled Purgatory. So we're kind of getting in the middle of things. And then the last tracks are labeled Hell. So there we have defined sides, right? Going back to the vinyl release, side A, Heaven, side B, Hell, maybe a white orange split vinyl. I mean, I'm telling you, this album was made for vinyl. So right there, I'm hooked. Great thought went into the record. The theme, putting it together, the artwork. So right there, I'm hooked. But as we know, it's what's on the inside that counts. You can have the best album cover and the best theme, and if the music isn't there, it really doesn't matter. So let's get into the songs a little bit. Now, I'm not going to go in and kind of break these down and try to analyze them because I'm just not qualified to do that. I'm just going to tell you that every song on this record I dig. I really enjoy. I don't skip any of the songs. I go back and listen to this repeatedly. It's not one that I just kind of listen to for this review. I was like, okay, I've done it, and I'm done with it. No, I really enjoy this record. It starts off with a tune called Heaven. It's kind of brief, but it kind of gets you in a mood. It kind of sets the vibe of the first side. And I got to tell you, man, that Ava Max, her voice is incredible. Sure, there might be some effect and some stuff on there, but you can tell that she's not relying on the effect. She's got a real powerful voice. It shows throughout this song, or throughout this album, and that's just one of the things I really appreciate. And she's got writing credits on every song on the album, I believe. If not every song, most of the songs she's got writing credits on. So then again, she's, I think that says something to me too. It makes me a little bit more invested in these songs. But track 2, we get into a song called Kings and Queens, which the big Aerosmith fan of me loves that title alone. But there is another tie-in to Aerosmith on the Kings and Queens song. So this is one you can impress your friends with. Looking at the writing credits on the song, which is a great song, by the way. It's a song of empowerment for young women, and I totally recommend if you have daughters, nieces, sisters, let them hear this song and play it loud. It's great. Got some good guitar in there too, I believe. But Desmond Child actually has a writing credit on this. Desmond Child has worked with Aerosmith on their big comeback record, Permanent Vacation, Pump. He's worked with Alice Cooper. He's worked with Bon Jovi. He's worked with Kiss. Desmond Child is the man when it comes to songwriting, and he does have a songwriting credit on the track Kings and Queens. So there's a cool tie-in for you there. Then we go on to a song called Naked. Great song. Not maybe what you're thinking. Get your head out of the gutters, guys. A really cool tune called Tattoo is a fourth song on the album. I'm looking down at my notes, so that's what I'm doing here. But I could definitely hear this song like performed with a rock band, like doing a really cool collaboration. I can hear it with a loud guitar. I think this could be a great live song. Tattoo, good song. OMG, What's Happening, another great song. Maybe one of my favorite songs on the record. That was one of those 8 singles that was released. Call Me Tonight and Born to the Night. I really like Born to the Night. It's a really cool tune. Some of my notes, I mean, nothing really specific. I'm not saying, oh, it was in a B-flat key. And I mean, some of my notes just say very cool, great song, and that's what this one says, Born to the Night. So then we get into the track Torn, which I said before takes us to Purgatory. So things are about to change. But that's a great song. It just kind of shifts the tone a little bit. Nothing dramatic. I mean, we're not going to go into like real depressing stuff. We're not going to get into, it still flows with the record. It's just a little less glossy. It's a little less, like I said, some of the first few songs are anthem-like, and these songs maybe are a little bit more subdued, but still very good. Track 9, Take You to Hell, just in case you didn't know, we're changing gears in this record. We're going to hell. Good song. I tell you what, Take You to Hell, if you're one of those guys out there dating Ava Max, listen to this song and make sure you treat her right. If you're dating any woman, listen to this song and make sure you're treating them right, guys, all right? Take You to Hell, not good. Who's Laughing Now? My note there says it's a vocal showcase. This is one of those songs that really shows off Ava Max's voice. She's not just this pop created entity. She's real deal. She's very talented in that song. Who's Laughing Now? We'll show you that. You can hear that in that song. Belladonna. I don't know. To me, this is like one of the most mature or complex songs on the record. I don't know quite the right label to put on that, but I like the song a lot. It's just kind of one that you can like listen to, and you can tell there's a little bit more to her than just pop singer or any of that kind of stuff. So if you haven't taken her seriously yet, you get to the track Belladonna, I think you're going to be hooked and realize, wow, okay, this is an artist. So dig it. Rumors, the next track, it's a nice moody track, I like it. So Am I. Strong about It's Okay to Be Different. I think it's a great song. I'm sure that, I don't know if that was one of the singles released. If it hasn't, it should be. It's one that I think a lot of people should hear. Great record. I think that'd be a cool live song. And then we get to Salt, and I wrote down, my note for that one is My Jam. That might be the song that makes me open up a TikTok account and dance. I'm working on my choreography as we speak, so stay tuned for that. Great song. And we're going to end with Sweet But Psycho. Again, I probably like a signature tune there. Not that I'm saying she's psycho, but I'm just saying I can see this being like a staple for her. Can see merch built around that. If there's not already merch built around that, can see that one in concert. So anyway, Ava Max, Heaven and Hell. It's a great record. There's a lot there. It's not just a one-dimensional pop record. I really enjoyed it. I was surprised how much I enjoyed this record, and that's no slap in the face. But like I said, we do have a guest host that just popped down here for the time being. Say hello to Noelle. She is the music mutt, and she does appear from time to time. So you've got a rare sighting of the music mutt. So anyway, I really like this record. I think you will too if you enjoy pop music with a little more to it. All I hope is that this record will be more accessible in physical formats to us here in the U.S. I hope that when all of the dust settles of 2020, we get to see some of this record live. I hope there's a tour out there, and I hope we hear a lot more from Ava Max in the future. So guys, check this record out. It's called Heaven and Hell. I think you're going to enjoy it. It's definitely one worth getting on physical media, even if you have to go to Ava's website and get it. If you want to go to Amazon Global and get it, I do think it is a visual must-have. So Ava Max Heaven and Hell, it's definitely got 2 thumbs up from us. It's a must-buy physically. And thank you guys so much for being here in the Music Room Live. I appreciate it. Ask you guys, please click that subscribe button down here. If you want to hear more about this record and other records, go to our website, themusicroom.me. Check out all the content there. There is a subscribe button there as well to join our email list. Would ask you to please join our email list so that way you're always up to date on what's going on with us. We also like to do a lot of giveaways. At least once a month we're giving away a vinyl record. We've given away records from Katy Perry. We've given away records from Metallica. We've given away records from Gary Allan. So lots of giveaways. Our next giveaway in October is going to be big, and not to be petty about things, but I think it's one worth being in Wildflowers. Anyway, we're also going to give away a turntable, an Audio Technica turntable between now and the end of the year. Thinking around Black Friday would be a good time to tune in for that. And once we hit 1,000 YouTube subscribers, one of our YouTube subscribers is going to win a bonus Audio Technica turntable. So that will be 3 turntables that we've given away in 2020 if we can hit that mark of 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So thank you guys so much for being here. Check out Ava Max Heaven and Hell. Check us out on our website, musicroom.me, and click that subscribe button. As always, thank you so much.